One of the most enjoyable parts of the Warriors series is seeing how the massive amount of characters are developed. While characters such as Briarlight, Brightheart, Cloudtail, and Berrynose are not main characters, they all have stories surrounding them, and by reading the books, we can form a bond with them. Some characters, however, are just there for the sake of being there and lack any interesting developments or actions. Characters such as Brackenfur and Thornclaw only exist to fill the background of these books. However, at least they have their purpose. Some characters are so pointless, so underused, that they bring me to question why they were even introduced into this series to begin with. Some of these cats fail to be so much as mentioned most of the time. So I will cover the top 10 most pointless cats in ThunderClan. And because ThunderClan has more time in the books than every other clan combined, they have no excuse not to give these characters at least the smallest amount of development. In this list, I will only include modern ThunderClan cats. The cats in this list need to have been alive after Firestar originally joined and mentioned by name in the main series. Also in this list, I will be grouping similar cats together. So it will actually be more like the top 24 most pointless cats. Oh well, let's get into it. Number 10. The original Elders, including Small Ear, Patchpelt, Halftail, One Eye, and Dappletail. Now I'll admit, the Elders do have their purpose. The fact that they are cared for demonstrates the morality of clan cats. They also serve well remembering clan tradition and, telling stories, I guess. However, that is the purpose of the Elders as a group. As individuals, these 5 cats in particular have nothing interesting to provide. It's honestly frustrating that not one of these cats has an interesting backstory. I mean, Halftail lost half of his tail to a badger bite, and that is his entire character. The original 5 Elders are nothing more than uninteresting filler, and are very fast to be replaced by the more interesting Mousefur and Longtail. Number 9. Mouse Whisker and Hazeltail. The problem with Mouse Whisker and Hazeltail is that they are completely overshadowed by Berrynose, and with Sorreltail's kits and Leafpool's kits being apprentices at the same time as them, they are not even needed filler characters. Since these two were both Daisy's kits, they have no blood relation to ThunderClan. I would expect them to at least help prevent incest within the clan, but nope. Neither of them ever had a mate, and Hazeltail is dead. And what could have possibly killed her? Greencough, between 2 books. Now, if I could spare a moment of your time, I would like to spread awareness about the fictional illness known as Greencough. When cats receive Greencough during the books, it is dangerous. However, when cats receive Greencough between books, it becomes deadly. Greencough is the silent killer of minor characters everywhere. I would like to take a moment of silence for all the unimportant fictional ThunderClan cats who were killed this way. Thank you. Now, if you would like to help the cause of stopping Greencough, please donate your fictional catmint to Jayfeather. His address? The fictional forest next to the fictional lake. Thank you for your time. Back on topic, I don't think the books would be missing anything if Mouse Whisker and Hazeltail were not included. In fact, it would probably be more interesting if Berrynose was Daisy's only kit coming into ThunderClan. Oh well. Number 8. Foxleap and Icecloud. One thing I dislike about the Warriors series is that several of the kits and apprentices fall into the exact same enthusiastic personality of, I want to be a warrior and I do not want to wait. Foxleap and Icecloud are the perfect example of this. The problem with these characters is that once they do become warriors, they are quickly forgotten and only take up space. Clearly, Aaron Hunter thought this too, as they were both killed between Darkest Hour and Bramblestar's Storm. Foxleap by battle wounds, and Icecloud by Greencough, of course. At least Foxleap's death was part of Dovewing's novella. Number 7. Whisker and Suitfur. The 2 brothers of Sorreltail could never have as much personality as their sister. They have nothing to their character, and they are killed without much attention given. Suitfur's death is particularly sad because no one other than his siblings even cared due to the fact that Cinderpelt's death completely overshadowed his. And Rainflower just gets hit by a branch between books, so no long emotional death there either. Number 6. Dunose, Ambermoon, and Snowbush. Ah, the Amber-Eyed Trio. These 3 cats are actually Super Edition characters because outside of Bramblestar's Storm, they hardly show up at all. I do not have much to say because these 3 are severely underdeveloped. Easily forgettable, and I'm only halfway through the list. Number 5. Shrew Paw. Shrew Paw is such a minor character, he hardly appears outside the New Prophecy series. And even in the New Prophecy series, he just died. And that's it. He has a total of 60 mentions, 49 before his death, and 11 after. Just to give you an idea on how minor his death was, he died on page 150 of Dawn, and is last mentioned on page 154. Afterwards, he has an obligatory mention once per book, and then is forgotten after sunset. I am really confused about why he was included in the series at all. He does nothing interesting while alive, and there was no emotion when he dies. Number 4. Hollytuft, Fernsong, and Sorrelstripe. Now, having obligatory kit characters is one thing, but these 3 are already warriors by the time we meet them. Fernsong gets the smallest hint and development in Thunder and Shadow, but that's it for these 3. They were only born so Lionblaze and Cinderheart could have kits. However, since Cinderheart is having a second litter, they do not even have that going for them anymore. They are mentioned so few times that Dunose, Ambermoon, or Snowbush could have easily replaced each mention, but no. Let's instead keep around more warriors who have no contribution to the story. These 3 will never be as interesting as the cats they were named after. Number 3. Leafshade, Larksong, and Honeyfur. These cats only existed so that the A Vision of Shadow series could have obligatory kit characters. However, they fail at that because they are warriors by the time Shattered Sky begins. The most mentioned of these characters is Larksong with only 28 mentions, so there isn't even a Fernsong in this group. With the absurd amount of warriors already in ThunderClan, they cannot even serve as placeholder characters. Which begs the question, why put them in the series at all? Let's hope that at least one of these 3 can have some sort of meaning in the future. Number 2. Dandelion Kit and Juniper Kit. Not only do Dandelion Kit and Juniper Kit only appear in one paragraph in the entire series, they each only have 1 mention, and they're already dead before then. We don't even know the color of their pelts, so I can't even give you a visual representation. What is crazy about these 2 is that they are the only modern ThunderClan cats without a single living appearance. Why do we need to have kit characters that are dead before the story begins? They only exist so the book has a reason for Squirrelflight being strict, which could be done in many other ways. If you are not paying attention, you could easily miss the paragraph and forget these 2 ever existed. Just so pointless. Also, why does there need to be 2 of them? The only ways they are set apart are by their names and the fact that Juniper Kit died first. That's it. Before I reveal my number 1 most pointless cat in ThunderClan, here are some honorable or dishonorable mentions. Holy Kit and Larch Kit. These kits only existed to die, but helped to push ThunderClan out of their old home. Seed Paw and Lily Whisker. Forgettable, but at least Lily Whisker became a queen, and Seed Paw's death had some attention given to it. The original queens. Same as the original elders. They lack much individuality and are replaced rather quickly. Also, Goldenflower died without a single mention afterwards. That's pretty sad. They only stay off the list because they were the mothers of more major characters. Running Wind. He is just a placeholder warrior who was replaced quickly. However, he is around at a time when ThunderClan only had 8 warriors, so a placeholder cat was actually needed. Rosepetal and Toadstep. These 2 barely stayed off the list. What is it with Daisy giving birth to minor characters? At least they helped develop Spiderleg's character. You know, before Greencuff came in and killed Toadstep. Also, Toadkit's relationship with Jayfeather was enjoyable while it lasted. Number 1. So, what could be more pointless than characters that only existed in one paragraph? Simple. A character who existed by accident. When Sorreltail had her first litter of kits, she had 4. However, Aaron Hunter quickly realized that 4 was too many and killed off Mopaw. He has a total of 3 mentions when he was alive as a kit and 4 mentions afterwards. Of these 4 mentions, 2 of them forget that he died as an apprentice and incorrectly call him Mole Kit. And how did he die? You guessed it. Green Cough. The silent killer of minor characters everywhere. His pelt color was never even mentioned in a book. It was revealed on Facebook by Sue Suzanne. So this is all we know about Mopaw as an individual from the books. He was big. He is a Tom. He died of green cough, and he practiced running that one time. You could literally write 1 sentence about a character and it would be more developed than Mopaw. In fact, I've already said more things about Mopaw than the entire series has. At least Dandelion Kit and Juniper Kit can justify themselves by contributing 1 thing to Squirrelflight's character. Mopaw contributes absolutely nothing, and that is why he is the most pointless cat in modern ThunderClan.